How you feel?
Feel good.
How's this compare? It's been two other times, 17 and 19. Was this one any different?
No, they're all about the same. I feel good, though. Just a process you got to go through. So.
Good timing on the bye?
Perfect timing.
Could you have played like last Sunday if there was a game? Or?
Probably. But, yeah, it worked out best for us.
What happened? All I saw on the broadcast was you just kind of walking off, just in the middle of a play?
No, I think it happened early. I pulled on Van Der Esch, lowered my head, and then I didn't really feel anything really till like second quarter. I started puking a little bit, and then had trouble just remembering some plays.
I mean, how concerning is it that you've had a couple concussions now in the last couple of years? What's the concern level?
Well, I had 3. Brett Favre had about 38, so I think I'll be okay.
Is there anything different with the protocol sort of post
Yeah, it's pretty. I feel like it's more advanced than what it was a couple years ago. Well, I don't know how it was. Yeah, I guess the Tua thing, they made it more lengthy. So.
If I could switch topics, you guys just got Robert Quinn and everything. Do you remember like going up against him at all? Like...
Yeah, most of the time he's over the left tackle. He's a great player. I'm excited to get him. You can't have enough great pass rushers. Him and Sweat on one side, Haason and BG on the other, and then the guys at the middle. It's gonna be a tough task to block all those guys.
What makes him so great?
He can bend. He can bend the edge really well. Just super athlete. He was with Chris in St. Louis, so Chris talked about him whenever he was here, how good of a player he is, and obviously I watched him, so he brings a lot of versatility to our defense.
What's the toughest part about facing a guy like that with that bend?
If you don't get off the ball, you're screwed. So if you can't bend, if you're tight-hipped or you don't have any flexibility, you're going to get beat. So.
What's it do for the old line when it's the fourth quarter and the other team has fresh pass rushers coming in?
There ain't a whole lot of good that comes with playing O-line besides the money. I mean, it's a lot of times you're on. A lot of times, you're playing all the snaps. The defenders are, playing 50%, 60% of snaps. They get a sack and they're, tweeting about it. And so, I don't know. Here's what it is.
But you've probably gone against teams where, like, the D linemen are kind of tired because they've been playing a lot and stuff.
Yeah, I like seeing them tired. It makes me happy when they're tired because they don't live in the same world we do. So we'll see.
Like, switch gears with this Christmas album coming out. A lot of people say that you sound like Elvis Presley.
He's full of. We'll see. We started singing. Or Melodic could always sing. Kelsey and I enjoy singing. We're decent at it, but we enjoy it more than anything. And then, before you know it, we got a damn album coming out. So I'm not giving any secrets out until I guess it comes out. So.
Kelsey said you like sitting in the car sometimes, letting traffic clear and singing old country songs.
Yeah, especially after a game. Yeah.
Yeah. So who's the better singer, you or him?
Melodica's the best. Yeah. Kelsey and I are like the Step Brothers.
Lane is much better than I am.
Dale and Brennan.
You'll find out.
That's us.
What's your go-to?
Sounds like.
Yeah, Elvis, yeah. Elvis Presley's my go-to.
In the car?
No, we listen to a lot of 90s country. Some of the new country is kind of iffy. But
some of the new country isn't country.
It's all poppy. It's all, I don't know. I like some of the new guys, but a lot of the old guys I like better.
Looking at the Steelers, what's a big challenge you guys are going to face? Obviously, they've been without TJ Watt for a while now.
Cam Hayward in the middle, Malik Reed on the edge, number 56. I think he has like 6.5 sacks, so good player, good linebackers, but one of these teams you can't take lightly. They beat the Bucs earlier in the year, and just the history of the Steelers, they've always been pretty good, regardless who they have, on the defense side of the ball. So they're always pretty well coached, and just a good team.
Lane, what have you enjoyed about blocking in front of Miles Sanders?
I just like seeing him score touchdowns. I really don't know what he's doing, but I just I like when he gets in the end zone. No, man, it's good seeing a lot of these guys. Dallas, Miles, AJ, Devontae. Anytime those guys score, I'm happy for him. And yeah, man, he's really picked it up this year and playing with more confidence. You can see it, and I'm happy for him.
In the past 5-6 years, you guys are used to a trade this time of year every year. What kind of message does it send to the group when you add someone like Quinn there?
Yeah, it means we're. Like I said, man, you can't have enough great pass rushers. You don't know what they do, what that does for just a team in general. Creating turnovers. You can't have enough good edge defenders. So obviously, adding him in to work with Josh on that side is going to be tremendous. Create a lot of turnovers, give the offense more opportunities. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Is there something different when the guy coming in is a veteran?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of experience. When the guy has 100-plus sacks in the league, there's not very many guys that can check that box. So,
7 guys.
Yeah. So, how many?
7 players in the league have it.
7? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that speaks for itself. So, having that, to your resume, and then I think you can help a lot of the young guys that are fresh in, and just giving him knowledge and stuff he's learned over the years. But yeah, man, I'm super excited about having him. So excited.
I mean, he's a great pass rusher. I mean, he's a great football player. Been in the game for a long time. And everybody knows who Robert Quinn is, so of course he's gonna, boost us up some more.
As you think about, I don't know, like what kind of statement do you think it makes from management to say, we think you're good, but we can even make you better? What kind of statement is it?
I mean, I just think they're just trying to keep pushing to make us all better. I guess they thought this move would be better for the team. So it's like I said, it's a great addition to have, and can't wait to work with them.
I mean, a lot to have their support to say, look, we want to give you everything we can.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you bring in great players, I think it can do nothing but help everybody in the room, because he got a lot of knowledge that I think he got 100-plus sacks, so he got a lot of knowledge that can help everybody in the room out to be better football players.
We get another vet, somebody to come in that that can pick it up right away, and I'm quite sure he probably play this week, just knowing, because when vets come in, it's just about them knowing what to do so that they can play at a high level. And he just bolstered us up even more to where people got to pick and choose who the hot guy, who not the hot guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't just key in on one guy. So I'm excited to definitely have him.
Do you know Robert?
No, but you know what? Heard nothing but great things about him. C. Long already then told me about him, how good of a dude we got. He worked his butt off. Even like Ted and those guys with the Rams, when they played with him 1 year, and they told me that we got a good one coming in. So it's just cool. It's just cool to always get good guys. That's number one, because you don't want to change the chemistry of what's going on. You can't really do that. I can't say that. What we got going on is something special, and I'm happy that we got another cool guy to come to add to the group.
I'm sorry. Middle of the season, right before the trade deadline, you've been through this before. Mm-hmm. Is this kind of an emotional jolt for the team, for the defense?
Man, it's cool. It is. It gives you a spark if you look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, it's somebody that can definitely help us. We did lose DB this year, and we've been trying to fill that little void of, like, when I'm out there, it'll be me and him probably together, and man, that's cool right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just something that I'm gonna make sure, make every rep count. That's really what it's about. And just make them feel comfortable and just get ready to work.
If these first 6 games are signed and you guys are going to be playing with leads this year, what to do in the fourth quarter of games when you have fresh edge rushers coming around like the 4 of you?
It is scary, man. Like when you can make it to the fourth quarter and you still feeling like you in the first, man. Because the old lineman got to play the whole game, and so that's advantage us. But it's all about how we execute, and so it's what we do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a great rotation, we know that, but it's just what we do with it, with our reps, and we got to make them count every chance we get.
What kind of sacrifice does it take, like, for you, and other guys on the D-line, because obviously Robert's going to have to play somewhat. I mean, and also does it remind you like of 2017 when Jay Ajayi came and shared time with LeGarrette?
Oh yeah, I mean, man, you always, when you bringing stuff in, people win and lose, on it, but it's just how you think about it. Like, I feel like nobody really losing because we're getting another great player. And then it's only going to sharpen you even more to get better because you got somebody that's good too, that's been there, led the league last year. I think it was 18 and a half. And, it's just like, yeah, we know he can rush. And if anything, that's only going to make me be more on point to get where he's at, pick his brain, look at, like, what you think, what I'm saying, like, what you see, because, yeah, man, like, it's just, it is what it is. He here, and so you got to make sure that you make people feel welcome, and you can always learn from people, too. And so I look at it like as a learning thing for me to see what he thinks and where he thinks we can get better and what he think we're doing well. So, yeah, man, it's cool because the vibes is already great around here, and here we got another good one. It's only going to get even better.
What's up with your hamstring? What's up with?
I had got hit in the game. Got hit to the side of my leg, and it just was sore. My hamstring was sore, just kind of bruised. Yeah, so it was just more about just trying to make sure I don't irritate it even more. But for the most part, man, it's just precautionary, making sure that I get to the game.
You'll be all right.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've never been traded before, but from the outside looking in, it seems edge rusher is a position where it's easier to step in the middle of the season as opposed to something else. Is that the case?
Oh yeah, it is, man. Because at the end of the day, sometimes it's black and white depending on the scheme. Like if I'm coming to a Jim Schwartz, shoot, I ain't worried at all because it's like it's rush, crush, close. Like you just know. Like JG's similar, but you got to just know a little bit. But as an edge rusher, man, I ain't gonna say that because it is outside backer stuff too. It's like edge and outside backer, and you got to know how to drop. You got to learn when to drop, on certain stuff. But for the most,
if you can get to the quarterback.
Oh yeah, but if you get to the quarterback, the coach gonna put you in position every time. And that's the easiest thing you can do coming in. It's like, look, every time you in there, I just want you to go. Until you learn everything, I just want you to go. Do you? And so that's where I feel it's gonna benefit him because when you got good coaches, man, that could just play to your strengths and protect you from where you're weak at right now, then that's just him not knowing everything. I just think that that's only gonna serve him well as he keep getting better with just knowing everything. But yeah, just go be you.
BG, you do a radio show. You talk to fans. The reaction from the fans, if I were to summarize it, is this is Super Bowl or bust move. Is that fair?
Look,
is that the commitment you think that management's making here and making a move like this?
That's always the goal, and I think people can see it even more starting to happen because of where we are in the season. Everything that we've been talking about has been coming to light, and so I think that yes, this might be one of those moves because every chance you get, every year is different, and every year it's always a different team. And when you got a team like this that's young too, they got some key vets in certain areas, and I look at it like, man, you just need a couple more pieces, and that's what if you got the ammunition to do it, what I'm saying, pull the trigger, and you ain't getting a bad player at that. And so man, I think that we always in the business of trying to win the championship every year, and hopefully for many years back to back.
How was the Phils?
It was good, man. The Phillies, man, that game was crazy. It was a roar that I ain't heard since. It was like when we was playing Minnesota, and it was like a different howl in there, boy. It was like that, it's crazy. It was, man, when Bryce hit that home run, boy, man, people done lost their mind. All you see is the hands and the blue and the white and blue, red, white, and blue, and it just, boy, it was crazy. But it was, man, I can only imagine.
So let me ask you this: from the perspective of an athlete, he's got to do this. Rain conditions. Dude's throwing 99. Right, the place is as bonkers as you just described.
Yep.
And you still have to stay focused on the job. How do you do it?
Reps. Yeah. Over and over and over, and you kind of resort back to your training or what you've been doing, and it's just you kind of like just lock in because what's coming. You done been in those games already. Not even like with that pressure, but just you done been around fans. You done heard you done probably been through this probably been your biggest moment
but not
for
like
some people.
that.
No, I know. Yeah, it probably been your biggest moment.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I look at it like it's just his reps. You gotta always result back to that level of training or what you used to. And I think even for us, when we out there, when it get nitty gritty time where you just like kind of block out the fans because maybe fatigue done set in. Now you gotta kind of push. You playing that mental game. It's all a mental game, and it's just you talking to yourself, and that's really what it be, man. Like I think they be having those mental talks with themselves in those moments because you're right. It can get distracting if you not having such a good game too, because then you start listening, your mood start changing based off what the crowd is doing.
Definitely. Like I said, he's been playing a long time and at a high level for a long time. Last year, he 18 sacks. Come on, 18 sacks. There's definitely a lot I can learn from him for sure.
Yeah, you mentioned that it adds depth to the whole defensive line. I mean, how nice is that to have? Another guy who can contribute and stuff.
No, it's definitely good to have because it keeps guys fresh. You don't have to worry about if you're tired or whatever. You get a couple snaps, come out, you got another guy that's just as good coming in every time. So it definitely helps our D-line.
Does it take a level of selflessness too? Because there's only X amount of snaps to go around for all you guys.
Definitely, but we all in here for one common goal, and we got the people in this room that understand that. So we're going to do whatever it takes to win.
How important is that for the D-line? I mean, like the D-backs, for instance, they play every snap.
Mm-hmm.
How important is it for you guys to rotate and be fresh like that?
It's definitely important because it'll be difficult for offensive linemen to always always have to guard, block somebody that's fresh coming in, that's going full speed, 100 miles an hour every snap. And this guy coming in, he good. Another guy coming in, he good. And you just see that all game. So I'm pretty sure that's tough for offensive linemen.
This guy's got a reputation as being a good locker room guy. How important is that for having, you're a young player, he's another good locker room guy to come in and maybe learn from?
Oh man, yeah, we ain't got nothing but good guys on this team and in this locker room, and all I've heard so far, like you said, he's a great guy, so he ain't gonna do nothing but add to the camaraderie we got here, and we're gonna keep this thing rolling.
Oh man, I think it was a great addition, a hell of a pickup. I don't know Robert personally. Would definitely get to know him now, but I do remember that he had a crazy year last year. 18 and a half sacks. So I knew he had a crazy last year, a crazy year last year, and I'm happy to have him here. More help, more we could get done. The more help we got, the more people that could help us continue to build and reach towards our goal. So it was a great move, and like I said, I'm excited, happy to have him here.
As like a new guy here, the way you were embraced by the team and everything like that, do you think it would kind of be the same way?
Most definitely, man. The guys and the character on the team is great. We have guys that is only focusing on winning. And in order to do that, that's to build with our guys at bond, and that's all that I've seen since I've been here. And I know that it's going to continue. So as soon as he gets in and he's acclimated with the building, and it's time for him to get out and go practice, we're going to surround him. I know that. Bring him along, so that way he can get out there on game day and start helping us immediately.
You're a pass rusher. He's got over 100 sacks in this league.
Mm-hmm.
What can you learn from him? What can you teach him?
You can learn a lot, man. I'm not looking to teach him anything. Like you said, he's a guy with 100 sacks, been playing ball for a while. So I'm looking to learn from him, take things from his game, some of the knowledge and experience that he has, and see how I can apply it to my game.
If our first 6 games are a sign you guys are going to be playing with leads, what does it do in the fourth quarter of games when you have fresh pass rushers?
It just allows us to continue to put pressure on the QB and continue to affect him, which ultimately helps us win games. If we could continue to affect the QB at a really high level, that's going to, we could continue to trend this way.
What are some of the big concerns about playing the Steelers? I mean, what are some of the keys for you guys?
Man, when you look at them, right, I don't think their record is a reflection of who they are talent-wise. I think this is the first year without Big Ben, and I think they're trying to find themselves without him, right? He's been there starting QB for a long time, playing ball for them for a long time. So I think they're trying to find that. But they have amazing talent, you know, with their wide receiver core, a Pro Bowl running back in Harris. And then you have Pickett, you know, who Pickett and Pickett, I get they confused.
Yeah,
but they're Pickett, yeah, that's
Pickett is the receiver.
Yeah, Pickett, the QB. So then you have him, like when you watch him on tape, man, he's making some amazing throws, you know, and he's using his feet. He's using his feet. He's getting out of the pocket. He's extending plays, and he does really well passing inside of the pocket. So that's what I see with him. I think it's going to be a good challenge, man. Even, you know, their record is no indication of who they are. I think it's going to be a good challenge. I'm excited for it.